Thanks for staying with us. Okay, Dave, we have several questions from viewers for you. This one is from Reed.
There are people, so many people between 40 and 60 I know of that are looking forward to retirement, and they're doing nothing to supplement their expected Social Security when they retire. So what would the advice be to them?
Panic. You're going to have to do something to supplement social insecurity, or you're going to have to buy that cookbook, 72 Ways to Prepare Alpo, and love it. So, no, you've got to do some savings, and you've got to do some wealth building. And he's exactly right. There are too many people kind of floating around with this vague concept in their head. I sure hope the government, which is well known for its ability to handle money, will take care of me. Well, that's a bad idea. You need to be doing your Roth IRAs, your 401ks. You need to be saving some money, investing some money so you can retire with dignity.
Okay, and when you start saving that money and you're looking at, oh, well, I have to pay for my kid's college fund, or I need to get ready for a retirement, is there one that you should be focusing on more?
Well, once we get you through the get out of debt steps and get the emergency fund in place, the next baby step is baby step 4, and that's save 15% of your income towards retirement. Now, that's not 30%, it's not 28%, 15%. And if you'll start that at almost any age, it'll certainly help, and if not, ensure that you retire with dignity. Then baby step 5 is you do it at the same time you're doing baby step 4. You start saving for kids' college. And that's why I limit the retirement savings to 15, so we can do something towards college. It's because college is very important. If you had to choose, and not many people really do if they work the system the way I teach, but if you had to choose, I would choose retirement over saving for college. What? He's telling me I'm not going to save for my kids? Hey, listen, the kids can work. They can get scholarships. They can go to an in-state school. You can get through college, and a lot of people don't get through college anyway. So here's a plan. Have a game plan for getting through college and teaching your kids about college choice and those kinds of things. College is literally a luxury, though. Retirement is a necessity.
Okay. And another question about retirement. Terry works part-time and has a question about her husband.
Hi, Dave. My husband will be 63 in a few days, and he is considering early retirement. I just want to know if that's a good idea. We own our home outright. We have no debt there. We have about $2,000 in credit card debt. We own 4 rental properties, one of which has a mortgage on it. And just wondering if that's a good idea for him to retire early.
Well, I certainly want to see that credit card debt get cleaned up, and I'd prefer that mortgage to get cleaned up. However, what happens a lot of times when people retire at 63, as young as that is today, is that they enter into a second career. If he's going to quit and go fishing, probably got a question about that, since you've still got mortgage debt laying around and credit card debt laying around that you need to clean up before he does that. But if he's going to just retire and then continue to create income doing other things, maybe something he's always dreamed of doing, then I'm certainly okay with that. Very few people actually completely quit work at 63.
Okay, a lot of people, when they talk about their debt, they really don't count their mortgage in that. But you say it's actually possible for you to pay off your mortgage early, too.
Oh, absolutely. That's our last baby step that we take people through. And folks following our plan are paying off their homes in an average of about 7 years. That means some are doing it faster and some are doing it slower, but an average of about 7 or 8 years. And it's a pretty cool thing to have your home paid for, because if you don't have a house payment, man, you can do some real investing then, and you can do some real giving, which that's your last step, is baby step 7. Just become very wealthy and give a bunch of it away.
And we're not talking about people who make millions. We're talking about average people who make just an average salary.
Well, absolutely, because see, think about it. If you don't have a car payment, you don't have a student loan that's been around so long you think it's a pet, you don't have MasterCard and discovered bondage and American Distress and all these other payments, if you don't have any payments but a house payment, and you've got your emergency fund in place, and then any money that comes in from bonuses or a little inheritance comes in, or maybe you just are living on less than that and you start chunking it at that mortgage, you can knock that mortgage off. It's amazing how quick folks can do it.
Okay, here's a question about mortgages. What percentage of your monthly income should be your mortgage?
Well, what I recommend is about half of what the mortgage company will qualify you for. I recommend that your payment on a 15-year fixed-rate mortgage 15-year fixed rate should be no more than a fourth of your take-home pay. And so if your take-home pay in your household's $5,000 a month, which wouldn't be unusual in Oklahoma City, then that means your house payment shouldn't be more than $1,250. But they'll qualify you for about double that.
Okay, and 15-year, not a 30-year.
Never do more than a 15-year, especially with these interest rates like they are right now. My goodness, you got a 4% interest rate at 15 years right now. This is just absolutely amazing time to refinance or to get a mortgage at these rates. So never take out a 30. The difference in a payment on a 15 and a 30 is very, very little, comparatively speaking, and just buy a little less house and get yourself set up so that you actually can get the home paid off.
Okay, talk a little bit about your envelope system. I mean, I've tried to do it, and I'm working on it. But tell our viewers a little bit about what you suggest when it comes to the envelope system.
Well, if you're struggling with it, go back and simplify it and just start with just a food envelope as an example. Just get an envelope and write food on it. And then decide what we're going to spend on groceries only, not restaurants. Let's just break out just groceries, grocery store spending. And then put that amount of cash in the envelope for that pay period. And then go to the grocery store and don't buy groceries except out of that envelope. You will find your spending completely changes, because when you start spending cash, you feel it. There's an ouchie moment. Plus, you know when the envelope's empty, you got to put stuff back on the shelf. And so you're going to watch what you're doing. You're suddenly going to have a plan for your meals, and your spending will go way down and still accomplish the same goals.
And it is amazing the difference in spending cash and even just using a debit card.
It really is, because what we found is MIT did a study that was published in Carnegie Mellon magazine that shows that the pain centers of the brain are activated when you spend cash. And when you spend plastic, nothing happens, even if it's a debit card. You don't feel it. And so you're just like, yeah, I'll take one, just sip that thing through there, man. Yeah, get me 2 of those. And you don't realize what you're doing, and it changes, especially in the grocery store, which are some of the best merchandisers in all of retail.
Well, tell us about your financial peace classes. For some folks that may not be able to get to the live event, those are great opportunities as well.
Well, those classes have been going on in Oklahoma City for many, many years. We've been really blessed there. And it's a 13-week series taught by me on DVD, on video. And so you watch a class or you watch a particular lesson, and then you have a small group discussion, and you go once a week for 13 weeks. The power of this is not only am I teaching you with fun, laughter, and all these kinds of things, the lessons you should have been taught in high school or college for sure, but also then there's a small group discussion that makes you accountable. And it's kind of like, Weight Watchers. Weight Watchers doesn't have magic food, but boy, when you step up on the scales on Tuesday and you know that's coming, you can avoid the ice cream. That accountability will change your behavior.
Okay, now your live event. This is a hot ticket event. People need to get their tickets now, right?
It is going to sell out probably the earliest ever there, and it's going to be a huge event. Looks like we're going to have about 10,000 folks there, and gosh, it's only 2 weeks from Saturday. I hope that snow melts over there.
Yeah, so do we. Okay, Dave Ramsey will be in Oklahoma City later this month. We have got free tickets to give away.
That's right. We'll give them away when we come back.